Alright, ain't got much to say. It's Deload, but I got shoulders and arms, bodybuilding focused workouts for the next probably week. Let's get to it.
He was extreme with you, man. He was very insecure kid. He wanted to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what happens in this sport. We all have, as a bodybuilder, you have issues. People don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. They just see what the outside is. And people are battling their own demons. And he had demons just like everyone else did. Mentally, I told him, you're not in the right mindset to be doing what you're doing. You're going to lose your mind. And it's not going to be bodybuilding that crushes you. It's going to be the stress, the unhappiness, the sorrow, the loneliness. All that stuff's going to crush you.
I put so much into this, I put so much into this for the last 6 years of my life. It's just been dedicated to this. I've never wanted to do well at something so badly in my life. At a young age, I developed a desire to be great in this sport, and that desire was greater than my urge to go out and party or waste time eating junk food or whatever. I wanted to be pro.
Nothing in my life has ever come easy. Nothing. Everything I've gotten, and I haven't had to work for it. I've had to bust my ass for it. Fight, claw, and scratch my way to get it.
I asked the question. I was like, man, why are we doing it like this? And why are we doing so much? And Mark slapped me in the back of the head, and he said, shut the fuck up, don't ask no questions, and do what we do.
That drive to succeed, that inner fight that you have, I think some people are just born with it and some aren't. I don't know if it's something you can learn or not. I learned at a very, very young age that ain't nobody gonna give you a damn thing. But you can have anything you...
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm here to talk a little bit more about the 5%. And what I want to do is, I want to stress the fact that the 5% does not only have to do with bodybuilding and the body and the physique and the outer shell. It has a lot to do with, for me, I have to say, that's a very small part of my life. For me, it has to do more with business, success, and being the best I can be as far as my career goes. And success to me is the most important thing in my life. I love bodybuilding, I love looking good, I love feeling good about myself, I love looking in the mirror and being happy with the way I look. But there's a lot more to us than the outside shell, So for me, success is my number one goal. And I've done a lot of things in life, day trading, stock market, I've done rich. I just want to tell you, man, you inspire me to buy 2 duplexes and a triplex. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I watched that video, about you talking about real estate and what you did and how you did it. And he goes, it inspired me. And I looked into it and I actually went and bought 2 duplexes and I was like, wow, that's amazing. Because, usually people come up and they're like, wow, Rich, you really inspired me to work out harder. You inspired me to start working out. You inspired me to, train this way or train that way or eat more, which is all great. But to actually inspire someone to go out and make a move like that is just incredible. I mean, that just made me feel so incredible. And I just want people to understand that, the effort you put into your bodybuilding and your physique, you need to put that same effort into outside activities. And I've always said to people, if you spent as much time building a business as you did getting ready for a bodybuilding contest, you would probably have an incredibly successful business, and it would be a life-changing event. The thing is, you got to really sit back and understand that, life's short. You got to do all you can while you can, and when you're 40, 50 years old, you can't always go out and build a business and become successful. You got to do it when you're young. That's the most important time. So I just like to motivate people, inspire people to think about these other things in life. Obviously, bodybuilding is a great sport. It's fun. Bikini, figure, physique, all of it. I love it, and it's great. But you know what? You got to be diverse in every area. Put a certain amount of time in that. Put time and energy in other things, and basically be a 5%er, well-rounded and diverse in your entire life. That's my message to you today.
And instead of arguing the fact, try the shit.
Skin this time, made your mark and took me deeper as you drowned me with your eyes. Held my hand
me, it's more about setting a goal, and I know what my goal is. And my goal is to win my first pro show. But I'm not going to sit here and boastfully say that I'm going to do it. But I am going to sit here and say that I'm going to do everything in my power. I'm going to work my ass off. If or when I do win, that I've prepared myself in a way that's worthy of winning. I'm Dallas McCarver, 22 years old, youngest IFBB pro in the world. At a young age, I developed a desire to be great in this sport, and that desire was greater than my urge to go out and party or waste time eating junk food or whatever. I wanted to be pro, and I sacrificed a lot to get here. You know, I was in the gym, I was eating right, I was taking the right supplements. I put so much into this, you know, I put so much into this for the last 6 years of my life. I've just been dedicated to this.
I mean, what more could a man want, you know? I mean, what more can you want? At 25 years old, what more could I want? I just want another pro show. I'm going to the Olympia. I do what I love every day. I do it with my best fucking friend in the world.
I've never wanted to do well at something so badly in my life.
I'm not going to talk too much because I'll probably get all emotional and shit and start crying on you, and they don't want to see that. But
there's no crying in bodybuilding.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of passion and a lot of emotion in it, so there's probably some tears every now and then. But no, man, honestly, I just feel thankful. I feel blessed. I mean, it's another day to just get up here and do what I love, and I'm fortunate enough to be successful doing it. My name is Dallas McCarver. I'm currently the world's youngest IFBB professional bodybuilder. My goal and my dream is to be just somebody, in the sport. You know, be somebody that people know. Whatever fun opportunities arise in my life today, work comes first. You know, my diet, my training, making sure I get the right amount of sleep. At the end of the day in and day out, every second of every minute of every hour of every day, every week of every month, you have to want this goal, and you know your goal in this sport. You have to want it worse than anything else in your life, because if you're not willing to sacrifice everything and anything, you're not going to be the best you can be in this. It's just that simple.
Fitness phenom Dallas McCarver shocked the bodybuilding community today. According to TMZ Sports, the massive Olympia competitor choked on food. He was found incoherent early this morning by a friend in his home in Florida. McCarver was pronounced dead at a Florida hospital.
It doesn't take a fucking scientist to fucking logically understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals.
Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life? This is the most important thing. What drives you? Because what drives you will be an influence to someone else. I don't care about how big my arms are, or how much I can bench press in the gym. You know, it's not about how you look, it's about connecting with someone. I found something that nobody could take away from me. I just took all the passion out into eating, sleeping, and training. I didn't want to go to school or anything like this because all the kids were laughing at me in school because I didn't have a father. But I had that gym, you know, and that gym taught me in discipline, taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions.
order to train as hard as possible, you must retain a clear image of your purpose. Once your goal is sharply but realistically defined, all that remains is carrying out your plan. Don't, however, worry about your individual potential. Potential is only the expression of a possibility, something that can be assessed accurately only in retrospect. In other words, you'll never know how good you might have become unless you try.